Legislation is important to be aware of when you're specifying any product. Working with any manufacturer of entrance matting, when you're specifying it for your project, they will ensure that your specification meets these legislation requirements, including the British Standard, or BS as we'll refer to them. So let's take a look at some of the key points to be aware of. BS 7953/1999 describes the requirements of entrance matting and the removal and retention of soil. It needs to be easy to clean and maintain, as well as retention of physical characteristics, so that it doesn't degrade over its years of use. Secondly, BS 8300/2018 goes into more detail on the requirements of entrance matting, but also covers the specifics of the requirements for disability access. Key things to be aware of here is the safe and step-free access, which is why entrance matting is recessed, so that it's flush with the floor beyond. There is provision for effective drainage. It also outlines the requirements to reduce ingress of soil and moisture and transfer between internal areas. This legislation also takes into account the pedestrian flow and distance required to accommodate wheelchair wheels, as well as avoiding deep pile matting or coir matting. An area you're probably more familiar with, Building Regulations 2010, the focus here is on the directive set out in the British Standards, but it does place an importance on the requirement for disability access. A few items to consider: the changing surface must not impede the movement of wheelchairs, changes in floor materials must not create a trip hazard, and floor surfaces must help remove moisture from shoes as well as wheelchairs, and the surface of the mat is level with the surface of the adjacent floor finish. Then finally, there is a heel-proof requirement. This is not actually set out in black and white in any legislation, but any key manufacturer will tell you that a maximum 5mm gap between any floor surface is required to ensure your matting is heel-proof. 4 to 5mm is acceptable, but certainly no more than 5mm gap will be allowed when you're specifying.